If there's one thing I can tell you about the presidential debates, it's that they don't matter. The ratings are in the gutter. And if we go based on just this article, I could tell you that the ratings for the debate are down 37% or so, 35% from the first debate in 2016, Trump versus Hillary. They say around 45 million people watched that. But I pulled up the actual data. It's actually way more than that. The ratings are down like 70%. Nobody cares. Who are we? Who are you and me? What are we doing? Where are the rest of it? Where's everybody else? Seems like most people just don't care. Now, of course, I know this is TV ratings, and it may just be everyone's watching online and they're getting their information from their select sources. And it could be good news that cable news, cable TV, and the broadcast tower of the ivory tower elites have failed and are failing. I think it's really great news. I think people are watching this. People are more political than ever. And if the ratings are down this much on TV, people are probably watching online, which means you're probably watching content like mine. I mean, in the past month, I've gotten like 115 million views across my content. Almost all of it's on YouTube for sure. But on YouTube, over 100 million. And that rivals CNN. Okay, not perfectly, but CNN on YouTube got like 200 million. Not even 200 million, like 190. And I'm just one dude, and I don't have a big company. This means these elites who wanted to control the narrative are losing their ability to do so. Because if I'm one person and I'm getting more than half of what CNN can muster on YouTube, and YouTube's propping them up, you add me, you add Crowder, Sticks, the Young Turks, Kyle Kalinske, David Pakman. And I'm not saying you agree with all of them. I'm saying you take all of these individuals and you have a much more powerful conversation and network than any of these networks could ever try and put together. The Hill says presidential debate ratings plummet on broadcast networks. Final numbers, including the major cable news network of Fox News, MSNBC, are expected late Wednesday afternoon. Look at this. What is this? 45 million. Whoa. Look. In 2016, it was 84 million. 84 million tuned in to see Trump and Clinton square off when the final numbers were tallied, making it the most watched debate since the only showdown between Ronald Reagan and Carter in 1980, which drew 80 million in an era with far fewer TV channels and no internet. The 2020 number for Trump and Biden does not include streaming options, which have become increasingly popular in recent years. The evening was marred by dozens of interruptions. We get it. Biden called Trump a racist and at one point a clown several times, and also told the president to shut up. It's the politics we deserve. Welcome to the culture war, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it spicy? The president responded by interrupting Biden, questioning his intellect, and continually broaching Biden's son, Hunter Biden. And I don't care about that stuff, but I do care about his family dealings with Moscow, China, and Ukraine, not his son's, drug improprieties. Quote, I think that the country would be better served if we allowed both people to speak with fewer interruptions, Wallace said to Trump at one point. I am appealing to you, sir, to do that. The next presidential debate takes place in Miami on October 15th. With C-SPAN's Steve Scully moderating. Steve, I feel so bad for you. Chris Wallace trying to be, this straight-laced guy. You can't pull it off, man. You can't pull it off. But check it out. Over on Wikipedia, I decided to pull up viewership for the first presidential debate. And the question posed by Mike Cernovich, he said, debate ratings are way down from 2016. I don't get it. People seem more engaged than ever. Maybe we are missing something. And no, not that many people more streamed the debates. Ratings drop is far too massive. Yeah, he's right. Take a look at this. Total television viewers, I added all these up. It's just over 75 million. And you only have, 12 or what are we looking at? Like 20 or so million, a little bit more than 20 when it comes to streaming. So when they say 84 million watched, according to this, I don't know who they're cutting out or what they're calculating. The ratings drop off is absolutely psychotic. Where is everybody? There's no way the streaming jump was that big. 30, 40 million people watching online. I watched online, but I was watching Fox News live online. You know what I mean? So does that count as YouTube? Maybe that's where people were at. They say the debate set the record as the most watched debate in television history with 84 million viewers. Oh, okay, so they do say that. All right. Maybe I missed one of these numbers. Must have missed one like CNN, I guess. 13 channels that carried it and were counted by Nielsen, surpassing the previous record that we know. They say 2 million concurrent viewers watched live on YouTube, while there were 8 million views on Facebook, whose numbers do not break down into unique viewers. In addition, 1.4 million unique viewers watched it live on CBS's streaming service. All debate-related video on YouTube exceeded 88 million views on October 3rd, 2016. CNN Digital reported 2.4 million live streams and Yahoo 5 million. This is massive. So what happened? I don't know, man. Here we go. Let's look at some of the responses. Justin Barkley says, minds are already made up. I don't think that answers it. Like, I watched because it was entertaining for the most part. Like, what am I really going to hear Joe Biden say? I wanted to see Trump. I wanted to see him perform. That's just me. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. What do I think we're going to get out of a debate between Trump and Biden? Biden saying dumb things. And I was kind of curious if Joe Biden was going to pass out. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm serious. Is Joe Biden going to be able to stand up for that long? So I watched. Where's everybody else? You know, we canceled the Timcast IRL show to watch the debates. I'm like, we have to. It's part of my job. Could it be that you and I are in a bubble? It's probable. Nay, very likely. I mean, look, I may have a ton of followers on social media, but I go to the front page of YouTube and who's got 50 million subs? Some dude who does little cartoon jokes about video games. Maybe the political world is just that. We're not the biggest, we're not the most prominent, and we don't realize that left, right, up, down, whatever, ratings are just going down. Here's why I don't believe that. I don't believe we're in a bubble. Because Joe Rogan's the biggest podcast in the world, followed by the New York Times and Ben Shapiro, and these are overtly political. So why aren't people watching the debate? Maybe people have already made up their minds. Check this out. Ben Dowd says C-SPAN YouTube alone had 1.5 million watching. Maybe, but does that make up for 40 or 50 million people not watching on TV? That's 1.5 million. Lisa Ann says, I'd say most knew what to expect, so they pieced out. Sophia responded, people engage with it on social media via clips shared from those actually watching it. Or maybe you guys just watch me and other YouTubers to get your take on what the debate was all about after the fact. I think that may actually be the real answer here. People are looking for the information to be distilled because they don't want to waste their time. Maybe it was like, when you were watching, you trusted the moderator to distill that debate down for you. Hillary Clinton would say well, I think we should go to World War III. And Trump's like, you're wrong, World War III is bad. And then the moderators would tell you after the show, so people would watch that to get their information. Now people are just like, just tell me what they said. I don't want to listen to it. I don't care. Just tell me what it is. I see all these subcultures forming and these communities. And then you see how media is really wrapped up in a bubble. They're definitely in a bubble. Maybe that's really what it is. Nobody wants to watch the debate because we know journalists and these news outlets are just extremely isolated from everybody else. Now, I know I'm saying maybe I'm not in a bubble, maybe we're not. No, because you guys are tuning into an independent dude sitting in, well, now I have an office. It's kind of cool. And just talking about my assessment on why the ratings are down. And maybe that's more authentic. And maybe TV is not. Maybe listening to these fake debates is pointless. I mean, think about it. You get 2 minutes to respond to my question. That's not enough time. And then Trump's interrupting Biden. Was it worth it? No. You take an old fogey like Chris Wallace, a guy who doesn't understand how this stuff is really supposed to, how it works in today's day and age. And you end up with Trump, a man of the internet, who is debating like he's on some kind of debate, live stream, talking to Joe Biden, who thinks he's going to get a little buzzer and time. Joe Biden, you have 30 seconds to respond. That's not how Trump plays. So you can't expect this to be worth anyone's time for the most part. Maybe people just are tired of Trump. Maybe that's another reason. Or maybe nobody wants to hear what Biden has to say. Could it be that everyone's minds are made up? I think this vote is going to be coming down to whether or not you think Trump is strong or you think Trump is an a-hole. You know what I mean? Some people will vote for Trump even if he is kind of mean and nasty because it's better than having a sleepy, creepy Joe. You know what I mean? And maybe people just don't care. I think a lot of people don't like the way Trump speaks. I tweeted the other day. something like, which one are you voting for, senile crackpot crony or a-hole, loudmouth TV star? And people were responding like, this is a disaster. And it was 110,000 votes. And most of the replies and all the retweets were people just rolling their eyes and being like, these are our options. But, I think Trump's okay. I think the peace deals are fantastic. I think Trump's negatives are not, are being pushed down because of his positives. So all in all, I give Trump like like I said earlier, 57 out of 100, whereas Joe Biden got like a 43. Biden's got some positives. Don't act like he doesn't. Maybe people just aren't going to want to watch Trump. Maybe they're tired of Trump. And that could really be it. I don't know, whatever. I could probably rant for a million years and just speculate, but I'll tell you what. They're going to change the rules for the next debate. I don't know if I'm going to care about the next debate, but I guess it's my job, so I'll end up watching it. Suffice it to say, maybe the digital streaming ratings are really, really going to, improve once the numbers come out. But I'll tell you this, regardless, the TV era is over. The ratings are gone. Tucker Carlson's doing better than ever, but everyone else is collapsing. Gone are the days of the ivory tower dictating what we can talk about. I'll leave it there. I got a couple more segments in just a few minutes. Stick around and I will see you all shortly.